anytime you
Sure.
want.
Sure. So just give me 1 second.
It's a go whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, there we go. Share. Okay, so just in terms of context, what we have done is we have taken the movie scripts of Tom Hanks, all Tom Hanks movies. I don't have all of them. We have about 15 maybe. And we've done a search on that for yeah. So what you see is a very plain vanilla in terms of the UI. So I put Candy here, and you get all these references in the movie scripts. Um, the first two, I think, is Polar Express, and the last one is Forrest Gump. You probably have watched these movies. Now, as I said, we are somewhere between phase two and phase three. Even in terms of the UI, I know we have to put the what is that, the hyperlink and the movie name. So that sort of is in progress. But essentially, it's giving the search results, the semantic search results from the query. Yeah. Now, and we haven't done any caching yet. If I put in another thing and search, it's going to take time, so I'm not going to do that. Um, I'm just going to go change a little bit and show you what we have done in terms of the code here. So obviously we're using the Streamlit UI, and so let me just um, so in terms of at a very high level, we get the corpus of all the movie scripts. Then we do the brute force search, based on new lines, and then subsequently we do once we get all those embeddings, we do a semantic search. We see which of the chunks are related, and if the chunks are related, so we group them. So that's essentially what that semantic search does. And we get all those chunks, and after the semantic search, and this piece is all of the semantic search in terms of again, we use cosine similarity for semantic search, and based on the results we kind of group them, combine, and generate the chunks. And we pass that to the search query. What is that? And we once we get the results, we attach it to a data frame, and the data frame is what we show on the UI. So that's essentially how we've done this. And in terms of some of the other couple of details, we've used the same model in which the model that Asif shared in terms of embedding. So we didn't explore anything different, but I know that there is a whole leaderboard and in terms of embeddings. So maybe that's something that we'll try next. Um, that's essentially what we've done. The other piece, I don't know if I can share it here. We also have the CSV database. Let me see if I can just share that. Um, so this is the CSV. I don't know if can you see this? Is this being shared or? Yeah. Okay, I see that. So this is the CSV database. It's about 45 megs. Um, and obviously at every one of these things, we realize there is opportunity to make it more efficient and do it in a much more efficient way. And I think that, this is like a work in progress. We're continuing to maybe add um, caching and things like that to see how we could expedite and maybe even the database migrate to MariaDB as Asif suggested. So those are things in the pipeline. I'm going to go back and so Asif, that's pretty much
No, this is really good progress,
Hey, Manju,
especially
can you,
Yeah.
can you ask me how you downloading the data
uh,
from?
guys. One of you are not muted. Mute yourself. Just check if you are muted.
Is it mine?
Dilavar, I can mute you. 1 second. Oh, Guru. Okay, guys. So, what was your question? Okay, so there's a question for you, Manju. How did you do the data wrangling from HTML?
Oh yeah, no, all the movie scripts are in ASCII. So we just read them. So I downloaded manually, so uh we didn't do HTML. So we just downloaded them on a folder, and then subsequently it gets we generate embeddings out of it. So that's another place for us to scrape and maybe do it differently.
Right.
There's an API for that, and which we in terms of making this turnaround time quicker, we didn't explore, but there is like a Python library for the movie scripts database. It's a couple of lines of code, and maybe we should do that.
Yeah, movie lens, the movie lens data
Yeah.
library. But this is good that you did it on your own because you learn more when you do it rather than use a library.
Yeah.
Very good. This is good. And considering that you started a bit late, this is admirable progress. Very, very nice for both you
Yeah.
and
Thanks, Asif. Thank
Royal.
you.
Uh, so are we going to talk about LangChain? Yeah. So we will talk about LangChain and Llama Index. See, guys, what I'm saying is there are all these open source libraries. Technically, actually, one of the things you'll see this young kid, Hamad, roaming here, what he has done, he's done an admirable job. He literally learned things from here. And one of the fun things he did is he reduced the entire rack to 2 lines of code. One to point to the directory of documents, and the second one is now ask you a question. Right? You can do that technically once you have built the whole stack. So obviously there are frameworks. What I would suggest is learn to build a car before you just buy a car, right? So yes, LangChain is there, Llama Index is there. There are many mature RAG frameworks, and when you I will ask you to do it at some point, right? Those are like after doing this heavy lifting, you'll find that those are 10-minute exercises.